By popular demand, or perhaps popular complaint, this is going to be a full disassembly video of my Ares M45. If you're wondering, Groutfit, should I buy this gun? I'm going to tell you right now, no, do not buy this. I'm not going to review it today. I'm going to point out some of the things I've done to it as I tech and open it up. But do not buy this replica. Now, if you've already bought it, I will walk you through this. I'm going to try and put timestamps in the video. Never done anything like that, so bear with me. And I'll try and tell you or walk you through some of the difficulties I have going through stuff. So first, we're going to start with tools. Get a magnetic tray. This is almost everything I own is from Harbor Freight or Menards or something cheap. Get a magnetic tray for your bits. Get a small little ball peen hammer. Get a screwdriver with a couple of bits. You might even want something like a telescoping screwdriver, which is just one of these and it extends. And you're going to need a ton of Allen keys. And you're going to want to buy taps or punches. If you do not buy a punch, this is going to suck. Taking this apart is going to suck. You need this little baby punch here. This skinny guy to take off your paddle. Okay, you have to buy one of these. If you don't, you're going to hit your gun a lot and scratch it up. So that being said, step one, take off your upper, transforming outer barrel, whatever you want to call it. Set that off to the side. I'm going to fold back my stock. Okay, that is going to reveal this screw right here, that machine screw right there. We're going to have to take that out. It's a 3mm hex. When you take this out, you're going to see that you have terminals on here for your battery. This is your positive. This is your negative. There is, I don't know if it'll show, there is a plus sign right here underneath this terminal. So later, when you go to put it back together, you'll know which wire goes where. This is your spring guide, like the, just a spring guide, it's the back of it. So you need to remove this or else you can't remove the gearbox later on. You have to take this out. It's going to be an H6. Yep, H6. Alright, there is the spring guide. If you are running this for an indoor replica, use the ASG green. If you bought the long barrel version, use the ASG orange. That's what I run, and it should bring you under 1.4 joules. Just go ahead, tuck these back in, make sure they don't get crushed. Snap that into place. We need to take off the upper receiver here. So I have a magic pin, so I actually have to undo mine, like unscrew it. I don't think that's the old replica has that. But if you like your Ares M45, go ahead and buy a magic pin. It's going to tighten up your upper receiver so there's not a lot of wobble. If you buy the magic pin, you're going to have to get a diamond tip file and you're going to have to sand up against your receiver right here. You see that silver? That's how much material I had to take off. So probably a couple of millimeters I had to remove. Not a big deal. Get a nice diamond tip file. They're really cheap. They're like $5 at Harbor Freight for a set. And sand that back. All right, now for everybody's favorite part, separating the upper and the lower. It's very easy. All you have to do is jiggle it. So you see how it just comes forward like that? Just jiggle the heck out of it. This is literally the technique. Just jiggle this lightly. If you have to force this, you've done it wrong. That's it. That's as easy as it was. Just jiggle the upper. Okay. Now we need to pop the gearbox out. So how are we going to do that? First, I'm going to start with the motor grip assembly. That's probably the easiest part to start with. 2 screws on the bottom. Just get in there. Alright, enough of that. Motor. I have mine so that the positive is facing forward. I just get a pick and I pull these off. If you use a pick, don't scratch the wire and cut it up. I also take just a 90-degree pick here on this one. Take that, put it under the motor, and just pull it out. Alright, there are 2 Phillips head screws, 2 screws in there. I'm going to take those out. Alright, motor grip screws are out, so all I do is I just gently slide it off, guide the wires through, and pop them out. Just like that. Done. Okay. Now we need to go through the body and remove the body pins. So the way I do this is whenever I get one of these from the factory, this is any AEG, you have a body pin and it's got a like stubby smooth side and then it's got a knurled grooved side, and the knurled grooved side goes in last, or else you'll cut right through your gearbox and through your receiver and you'll just mess up how it grips and stays in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin out right here, and I'm going to take this pin out right here. But when I build my AEGs, I always make it so that the knurl gets punched out the same way the body pin does. Okay, so I would push the body pin in this way, which means my knurl is going to come out that way. This is the only pin that you need to strike. There's that knurl I was talking about. Hopefully the camera picks it up pretty well. You can see it's got grooves on it. That's what locks in your gearbox. Take this very skinny tap, it's 3/32 of an inch, and you pop it out. Well, I guess you don't pop it out. I guess you gotta smack the ever-living heck out of it, which is what I'm gonna do. All right, boom. This guy just slips right out. Okay, now you see, this is gonna go straight through the bottom of your gearbox when you put it in. So that's why you have to remove it, okay? Put that right there. You don't have to do anything for the paddle here. Doesn't matter, don't do anything. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, get your metric Allen key set. This rear body pin here is you have to have 2 Allen keys. You have to have a way to grip this and a way to grip and turn this at the same time. It's a metric 2.5, so you gotta have 2 sets of Allen keys, or you have to have an Allen key set and a bit set for a screwdriver. I have both, so I'm gonna use both. What I do is I just take this right here, I'm gonna put it into that Allen key head. Sorry, Allen bolt, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm just gonna undo it. Doesn't matter which one you spin, because the threaded bolt is going to come out all the same. Easy. You need a 1.5 millimeter to undo this. This is the ambidextrous selector switch. There's a gear in there that it's bolted onto. You have to remove both. When you take this apart, and you will do this because I did it like 4 times and I did it on carpet, so be warned. There is, where do I want to put? Shit. There is a detente spring in here. This is sort of how selector switches on ARs work. I don't really know what else to say, that's just how it is. But this is like a little punched ball bearing. It's got a shape on it, and it sits inside of a spring. If you are gonna take this off, do not do it over a carpet. Don't do it at night. You're gonna have to crawl on your hands and knees with a flashlight, ask me how I know, and turn the lights off and search for it. You're gonna have to get a magnet, and you're gonna have to swipe it over the floor, and you're gonna swear a lot. So when you take this selector switch off, do not lose this little guy, that little dot right there. There's one on both selector switches. Now why? Why is that? See these little ridges right here, these little divots? When you move your selector switch into place, that little ball bearing punches down and rests in there. That's what gives you that positive click for each firing position you're in. Same thing on the other side. Gonna remove it again. Oh, I lost it. You gotta be kidding me. All right, well, there you go. Now you know why I told you not to do that. Okay, so this one, let's see, my finger's out of the way. I lost the little detente pin. Honestly, it probably fell off from playing, but there it is. It's gone. Now everybody knows. I'm sorry. Okay. Last thing. I know there's been a lot of last things. I've probably said that 3 times. Right here. That is your split hop-up assembly, okay? You have to drop this hop-up assembly out so you can slide the gearbox forward and remove it. Anyways, you've done it. If you've come this far in the video, we're ready to remove the gearbox, okay? So one random guy in my YouTube comments, I hope you're excited because this is it, dude. We're gonna take it out. We're just gonna clamp this back in. Make sure you don't crush the spades. I just kind of tuck them in there a little bit and close it. That just helps with just, you know, handwork. And you gotta be real delicate. Take the gearbox, grab it on the top and move it forward, rock it forward, okay? You might have to change the blade trigger position right here. So if you notice, I was having issues with it on safe, so I'm going to turn it to semi so that my trigger can move and give me that extra millimeter to move forward. Come on. This is just like the upper receiver, where you have to jiggle it 2,000 times. You have to just jiggle it 2,000 times. There it is. All right. If you are this far into the video, it's because you probably have a messed up gearbox or you have something wrong. So if that's the case, I'm going to show you how to open up the gearbox. This is a computer chip. It's a microchip. Do not hold your motor next to it. Do not use a super magnetic bit or anything crazy. You don't need anything like that. You risk ruining this if you hold a strong magnet to it. This is a computer chip. I'm going to say it again. It's got 4 screws. You can touch it. It's not gonna ruin the computer chip if you touch it. It's not, you know, nothing crazy. But you do have to take this out. So real quick, if you own this gun, remember how earlier I said don't buy this gun because, you know, it sucks or whatever I said? This is one of the reasons. See that trigger? Now you'll notice I have the trigger here bent slightly so it makes contact with my blade trigger. So that mechanical actuator, that silver switch, when you pull the trigger, it hits another mechanical actuator, and here, you'll hear it click. Okay? That's when your gun shoots. That's when the replica shoots, when you make contact. Shoots, doesn't shoot. Shoots, doesn't shoot. I took that and I bent it backwards because out of the box, the trigger is spongy. Very spongy. It's frustrating how spongy it is out of the box. If you want to do this, God save you if you want to do it, because if you bend this, boom, you broke it, you ruined it. You have to buy a whole new ETU, and they're like $100, I think. I'm not sure. So if you want to bend this metal tab back, you be careful. Anyways, go ahead and take your screw out here. This is again for your selector switch. Oh my gosh, I might just do this side instead. Yeah, this side. You only have to remove one of them because there is a bar that goes through the gearbox. Like so. And I just like to kind of keep some of my screws together. I already removed the spring, so we don't have to worry about any kind of spring tension or anything. You're going to want to go through, and you're going to want to get each of these screws that are holding it down. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. The 8th one is hidden right here underneath the MOSFET chip. That's why you got to remove it. So go ahead, remove it. There are star washers under these screws. I don't really think it matters if you lose them or not. I mean, I wouldn't if you can avoid it. They look like this. They're like a little circle thing. Kind of look like that. And that just helps keep the screw tight and keeps it from reversing itself. All right, time for the grand reveal. Just take it, grip it, release it. Done. And this is the gearbox. Well, this is my gearbox. I don't know what yours is going to look like. So